Welcome, everybody. Happy
Hello.
Thursday. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. With me, as always for the past couple weeks, I've got Johnny Builds, I've got Vab Workshop, and I've got Kodiak Bricks. Welcome, everybody.
Hi, Missy.
Hello, Missy. Missy's here at special request. I kind of bullied her into joining up for a certain reason that we're going to get into shortly. So if you're just joining us, thank you for being here. Hello, Matt. Thanks for joining us. Not last week, but a couple weeks ago, we did a kind of a fun project where we built or we had digitally built a dream set that we turned into a nightmares set. And that was a lot of fun. The build together option in Studio didn't work crazy well. Like it worked off and on, but it was kind of a problem for us. So we're just working independently now. But we've got kind of a fun thing that we're going to do tonight is we're taking, since Johnny just built this and it's his new favorite set of all time. Recently, the gift with purchase, I think 4058 something. I forget what the number is.
40580.
40580. This set, it was a gift with purchase. And it was a recreation of the original Blacktron Cruiser from the late 80s. And so what we're getting, you can see it in the screen here. He's got it built out already. What we decided to do is similar to what we did last time, which is change it up a little bit. So we're going to theme bend these. I should have pulled the ships out that I had. Theme bend this into something else that's a Lego theme. So for instance, like I had a bunch of Star Wars ships that I turned into other classic space ships. I had like an M-Tron Slave One and a Ice Planet Tidarium shuttle and stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is each of us is gonna get a different theme, and then we're gonna spend the next couple hours building it, rebuilding this. And at the end of the 2 hours, we'll just have to see whose looks the most like their theme and still looks like this thing. And we've got a randomization in here. So we've got the ability to, where's my wheel of things? We have got our randomized name of all this is all the Lego themes in here. It's every Lego thing. We took out a couple that were like dots, extra things that are like bags of parts that it's not really a theme, it's just like a collection of stuff. So what we can do now is I'm gonna shuffle this. So we're all here, we input this all here, and I'm gonna shuffle it. Now it's all randomized, right? And what we'll do is, since we'll just go through like order of join to the call. So I'll pick one for me, then we'll pick one for Johnny, then we'll pick one for Kodiak, and then we'll get one for Vab. And so that's the theme we have to build this set with. I kept Snap in there. I don't know what Snap is. So here's the caveat. Some of these I'm not aware of. Some of them are discontinued. Some of them I don't know what they are. If we run into one that nobody knows what it is, or it's going to be hard to build, we'll re-roll. It's fine. And I think I've got to where it when it's done, I think.
Should do.
Let me make sure. Oh god, it's got a huge list now. Add entry. No. I think it just takes them out, and it'll add it into the results. So I'm gonna take that off. Okay. The other the fun bit is we've got here. Woo!
Hi, you are. Uh-oh, did we lose Ben?
I think we might have.
Uh-oh. Sorry, everybody. We'll wait for Ben to reconnect. Vab, you still here? Oh, yep. There he goes. All right. So
maybe his screen is still up, which is the most remarkable part of
it. Yeah. I think
Oh, there
I
we
think
go.
there's bed. Yay!
That was weird. Okay, so it still says it's live. I guess just me went away.
Yeah, just you. We were all talking. We're like, well, we think bed disappeared.
Okay. Hi, you are. How are you? Okay, so I don't know where I left off, but once we finish getting everybody's themes, Missy is going to give us a secret ingredient part. It's going to be a random part that she came up with, sort of like the Iron Chef special ingredient. We have to include that in our build.
Yep.
All right. So without further ado, because this has already taken about 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and click to spin. This is the first theme
This
for
is
me.
for you, right? Yeah.
This is for me. And the theme that I will be building is elves.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
can already see it. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, so it says Lego elves up at the top. So here's our first result, Lego elves. Which is funny because when I was making this whole idea up, I was like, we'll turn it to like Lego elves or something. I couldn't not get rid of that theme. So, all right. Next up will be Johnny. And I'm going to close this ad. And ready for the spin. Here comes the spin. I'm hopeful for you.
Me too. Hope for the best.
Oh, Hobbit.
Ooh, okay.
It says removing and whatever. Yeah. So you are Lego Hobbit.
What are you trying to say about my height?
I don't know. I'm 5'8".
We
I'm not claiming
kids
nothing over here.
That's
All right. Next up is Kodiak. You ready, Kodiak?
That's me.
All right, we got a spin for Kodiak here.
Come on, show me the big money.
Yeah, right. It looks like you are Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my word! That is so easy.
Okay, so I'm really glad that we're nailing sort of like obvious ones. I have a bad feeling for Vab. Vab's gonna get like 4+ or something.
I'm just gonna quit.
He's gonna get friends.
He just logs off. He's like, no, I'm out.
He's gonna get friends. Season 1.
All right, last one. Here goes for Vab. Oh, that wheel is trippy with like 142 themes in there. Little robots.
What?
All right, so because I don't know,
What is that?
I have no idea. So we're gonna look this up.
We gotta look it up.
And if it's nothing that Lego explores little robots. Explore little robots. Oh my god, these are ridiculous.
That's so great.
These are old.
Those are old indeed.
Well, that's
Those
why
are
I don't
like
know
early
anything, because it's before my time.
Yeah, I mean these are like what?
80s. They're just like dumpy, goofy, like a 2-year-old put them together.
Look at that. That's not even really Lego.
No.
That's okay. First of all, this is my new favorite theme. Because look at that little dude. He looks like a doozer from Fraggle Rock.
He does.
All right, all in favor of a reroll.
We'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give it.
Because this is really old.
That would have been tough. That really would have.
Yeah. All right. Come on, something normal. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna spin these all night.
It's red.
It looks like Lego The Simpsons.
There you go. All you gotta do is make a bush wall. And
All you gotta do is take the exact same ship and just put a bunch of cup holders in it, and you've got.
There you go. Sisu, how you doing?
Zisu. Hey, what's up, Zisu? Yes, you won. You won a full set of Lego Little Robots.
I want to win a set.
Explore Little Robots. I have no. This is so wild. All right, cool. So everybody's got their theme. I've got elves. Johnny's got Hobbit. Kodiak's got Pirates of the Caribbean, specifically of the Caribbean, not just pirates.
Yes.
And then Vab's got The Simpsons. So these are the themes that we're rebuilding our Blacktron ship. All right. So Missy, go ahead and hit us with the mystery piece. You can do number, name, whatever you want to do. This piece we will have to include in our build. At least one. I hope it's some giant weird cockpit burp thing.
3-0.
30222, the lollipop.
Oh gosh, that would
Go!
be great.
These
Yes.
guys. Yeah,
Awesome.
these are my ears.
That's an ice
Yep.
pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kodiak. It's like
I know.
it was meant for you. Brilliant. And we have to
You know
use
what?
these in whatever colors they're available in. So we can use any of these trans colors or any of these other colors.
Sweet.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get rolling. Thank you, Missy. Appreciate that.
And we can use other bricks from within Studio. We just have to incorporate as much of the current Blacktron view
Well,
as
yeah.
we can.
And like the Dreams van, it just has to look like this ship in the end. So whenever we're done, it has to look like the original build. So if somebody looks at it and goes, that's weird, that's a whatever version of that. So it has to look kind of like that. That's it. And these actually swing forward as well. So it doesn't have to be stuck out here like this. That's just how they were when I put it together. All right. Well, we've got about an hour and 45 minutes.
Let's do
Okay.
this.
Let's roll. Let's
Grouped
see,
everything.
elves.
It's like I should have left it.
Now I have to look up elves a little bit because I don't know. I know they've got dragons and they have friend. They do mini dolls, right?
Something like that.
They can, I guess.
Yeah, elves did all these mini dolls. And they had like fun dragons and well, crap. Are there mini doll figures in here? Uh-oh. Maybe SOL on my figure.
Yeah, I already looked. I've got nothing as far as Pirates of the Caribbean that's in Studio.
Really? You don't even have like a pirate hat, a tri-corner hat?
There are pirate hats and whatnot. Just
Oh.
like no Captain Jack, none of the.
Right. Yeah, you
that.
kind of have to kit bash it a little bit. I'm not terribly worried about the figure as much as the ship itself, but
Sure.
we do what we can. I always start with a figure anyway. I feel like that's what drives it. Yeah, I don't think. Well, here's some. That's it. That's what I have for mini dolls.
Mini. What the? You have dress.
I have dress.
Of course, I look for Hobbit. Nothing.
Right. Yeah. You might have to look for name.
Well, I'm looking in categories, maybe.
Well, you could also just have like Bilbo or something.
Oh yeah.
Smeagol. Find compatible bricks.
Ooh.
No, nothing. All right, so I am not going to be able to have a figure with mine. Or I just make the Blacktron guy look like it. So what have you guys been up to? How's your week?
Been good.
Well, not too shabby.
The weekend was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, at the Erie Con
Brick Erie, yeah, it was a lot
or
of
Brick
fun.
Erie.
Yeah.
These are all like castles. Dragons.
So yeah, if you want to see Bender on a Bender, you'll have to check out one of my
Oh, your
One
channel.
of my videos.
I
Yeah,
will
it's so cool.
absolutely.
So where do you find individual arms? I'm finding the torsos, but I'm not finding arms. And poor Bilbo
You have
has
to do left.
Yeah, I
You have
usually
to do
type
left arm,
left arm or right arm.
left arm, right arm,
All right, that's a little too much.
and there aren't many.
No, you're right.
You get one left and one right, and that's kind of it. They don't have a whole lot of. If you do printed,
Oh yeah.
you might get a few more, and they'll be like the halftone ones. But you won't get any fun like shoulder prints or anything,
Right.
cauldrons or whatever. Let's see. Well,
Okay.
dragon head in here. That's too small. Dragon had. Type it again. So, frickin' studio. It gives me the bottom half of a dragon head, and there's no top half in the software.
Oh man, look what Fab's already doing. Look at that.
Yeah, well, they exist in there.
They do.
It sucks because they're simple. I don't know why they don't get more like Clone Wars stuff in there, but they've got plenty of. Oh, that's why it doesn't exist. It has a print on it.
Oh.
Oh, what color?
What
is that
about
gonna be?
minifig hands?
Oh,
there we go. I got them.
Hands,
I found
and
them.
then it's way down the list. It's really dumb.
Yeah. It is kind of silly. You would think first thing.
Yeah, you'd think. La 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 la. Yeah, this robot's dumb. I'm moving him.
Don't forget, Saturday is AFOL Day.
Yeah, so AFOL Day is this Saturday. Our store is open. We'll be open at 9.
Oh, you guys are getting it early. Nice.
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Is the store opens early. But if your store doesn't open till 11 or noon, then yeah.
So my Frodo has no hands. I can't find him. Not worth my time.
You can't find hands?
No, it's I looked through the entire list. I typed in hands, and there's all the torsos and everything, but no separate hands.
I know it's in there. It is. Sorry, maybe it's just hand.
983 should be the part number.
Yeah, 983.
Okay.
Yeah, that one I have memorized just because I hate looking through the entire.
93. First thing it brings up: steak on bone.
Well, you take the good with the bad.
Yeah. I so don't know Studio.
So dumb.
There have been plenty of things that Studio has labeled, and I'm just like, that is not what that is.
Right.
Can I think of any immediate examples? No, but
Yeah, BrickLink's naming conventions are weird sometimes, but not as weird as Legos. I feel like BrickLink is a very good example of Americans naming parts, and I feel like Lego is translations of what Danish people call parts.
I agree.
So I feel like there's a translation issue somewhere. That's just my guess.
Nah, I can see that. So what is everyone planning on getting for a fall day?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Foggiest clue.
I just got new tattoos,
I saw those. Those look good.
so and they were a lot more expensive than I thought. Because the last time I went to the same spot, they were like 120, and this time it was 260.
Whoa!
Like the same, but I mean, different artists will charge differently. But at the same time, I'm like, that's like 140 more than I was expecting. So I was a little like, so that's kind of my
Welcome back,
spending
Missy.
for the week. But I don't know. There's a couple Star Wars things I might just get. I might just get cups of parts.
Are you getting the Venator when it comes?
The
out?
Venator won't be.
Well, it's
Well,
October, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be around until October 4th, I think. And then the Concorde is 2 new.
I don't know. I was able to get that Pac-Man set. I'm gonna try.
I know that's what I'm counting on. Is like maybe somebody will go. You know what? Maybe
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Fun. Be that way.
I mean, it's worth a shot, you know.
Oh yeah, like they'll label everything when we get there, so we'll know what's available and what's not.
Right.
Oh, that figures. This is a great wing, only black. Probably only black too, right? Yeah. This one. Soap. Yeah, Saturday is going to be kind of a rough, not rough, but just busy day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The AFOL day, and then I've got a friend that's having a party. And they're Brazilian, so he's doing what's called a churrasco, which is just like a way to grill stuff.
Yep.
And then churrasco. And then that'll go for a while. And then I have another friend who's having a birthday party that night. And in between, I have to drive back up to where I live to walk my friend's dogs.
That
So
sounds
I'm just
fun.
going to be all over the place.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna definitely try the Concorde. Definitely gonna try the Concorde, and then go
Oh, yeah.
from there. So I'll let everybody know.
Yeah. I'll be messaging you. Did you get it? Did you get it?
Well, because I'm an hour ahead of you, but I think ours.
Oh, true.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know if ours is opening at a different time, like earlier or not, but I'll have to see.
It is a full day. And Beth's going to be working. She works now Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7
Oh,
to
geez.
7. So I won't even see her for most of that. And I was like, are you going to go to this friend's thing after work? And she's like, I will just have work 2 12-hour shifts. I'm not going to do anything except go home and go to bed.
She's like, no, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm. It's all starting tomorrow night, too, because we're a friend of hers and mine. But I mean, she met her through a job she had.
Right. Well, that is just rough. You are, I'll tell you. Ice cream and chilling.
You're going to chill on that
Saturday.
ice cream Saturday. That's gonna be. I was gonna say that's my Sunday, but then Sunday is stream, and then
Oh yeah.
drive down to. I think I'll have a little break in there, but then I'm gonna drive down to this place where we have our meetups before soccer games, called Hop Squad. It's just this little brewery, and we're going early because my friends Cheryl and Claire, the kids' moms, do all the patches for the supporter group, and they've got a bunch of new patches. And I don't know if you guys follow along with the women's soccer and the World Cup. There's that whole thing about the Spanish player and the coach.
Oh, I vaguely, yeah.
So there was a whole like legal thing going on, and so they printed up. They worked with the NWSL, the Women's Soccer League, to print up these shirts that's basically in Spanish say I stand with Jenny, her Jenny Hermosa. So they were doing patches and they were doing shirts. So we're gonna get there early to hand out those patches, and then from there go to the game. So it's gonna be like a full. I may need Monday off. This will be.
Yeah, it sounds like that'll be a busy day for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. I hate turning the parts on and off. The color.
Mm-hmm.
It just breaks everything. But I'd almost rather ice cream and chill, honestly.
Hi, Licorice. I see you. Yes. Hello.
It was the president of the Spanish league, yeah, who's resigning. Plus, they were doing something with the coach too. Like, there's some reason he was quitting. Now I can't remember what it is, but. So here's the piece I want Lego to make. I want Lego to make a bracket that is dual-sided. So I want this.
Okay.
I want a dual-sided bracket. I want this. But with two things on both sides.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good piece.
You can use the modified brick, but it doesn't. It's not the same. See, the problem is we're chatting and we're talking to each other, and meanwhile, Vab is crushing us.
Oh, he is.
Sure.
He is totally taking us out.
Oh no, I've literally been searching for minifigure parts for the past 15, 20 minutes. And I only got 4 of them. Marge and Maggie are going to be excluded from this build, unfortunately.
Well, what can you do? Sometimes you just can't have everybody. I hate when I get an idea in the middle of things. I'm like, crap, now I got to redo everything.
Yeah. Oh, that happens all the time. All the time. And it's especially bonkers when you're like, why didn't I think of that before? That just seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying not to cheat and look at the other sets, but not really sure how. I've never built an elves set before, so I don't know how these dragons go together.
Oh, go for it. We don't care. I've never built a Hobbit set, but I just kind of vaguely am like, I know how Hobbits look, so...
Thing is, if I put that there, that may still work.
Okay. I am gonna feed my cats so they stop stabbing me. So I will
I mean, that
They
would
stopped
probably
stabbing
be
me.
for, that'd be
Hey,
for your
Red!
benefit.
Roberto, I'm just here working on my stabbing. The problem with me taking Mondays off, especially after a soccer game, is my boss is also a fan of the team. And I don't know if he's in the supporter group or not. I think he is. But if I call in on Monday, he's going to be like, mm-hmm.
But he'll understand at least.
Oh, he will, yeah. How far can that go?
The gremlins have been fed.
Yeah, well, that was quick.
If they're anything like my animals, I'll feed 3 animals in 20 seconds. I'm just like handfuls, shut up.
Gotta learn to spell.
What makes this the same as this, though? There's the rub.
Arr.
Yar. There's the rub. That's my favorite joke is what's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
R. Well, it can be a couple.
Everybody always says R, and you said nay, the C. Yeah. The C's are one true love or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stole your thunder.
Oh, did you say that? We're all talking over each other. Yeah, that's it. It's the C. I'm doing like Darth Designer does. I'm like lining up the scale.
Should have Logan in here.
Do they do that too?
Logan has scale issues. We're trying to teach him how to not get all been out of shape with scale.
I got kind of an ego boost today because I posted there's a Discord server called Just Lego Things, and it's a huge Discord server, and it's like the big Lego Discord server. And it's not official because Lego doesn't have an official one, but this is as close as it gets, I guess. Whatever. I joined like years and years ago, and I had never really posted a lot, but I was like, you know what, I want to go on there and post all my Horizon stuff.
There you go.
And I hadn't posted enough to where they would allow me access because you need to be like a certain level to do it. But I was already that level, but they changed the levels, so I couldn't
like
post
the criteria.
Yeah, so I had to go to a mod and say, hey, I'm already level whatever. I'm like way above this. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. We fixed it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I posted and everyone's like, this is great. This is whatever. I'm like, yay. And one person goes, I think your scale's all off.
Of all
and
things.
I know we had this conversation. We've had scale conversations before, and I'm just like, look, they're as good as they are for me, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Well, like Lego's tall neck was very small, you know.
And this new one coming out. What did you call it? What is it? A Tromp something or whatever? This new one that's coming out.
Tromp. The one
Didn't
I'm
I show
doing?
you? No. Didn't I show you the link that Lego's coming out with another Horizon Zero Dawn?
The Tremor Tusk.
Tremor Tusk. That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
There's no way they're gonna do that one. They can do so many. The only reason I think they're doing it. This is the only reason I got this set. It's in a bag. You can't even really tell. But this is a. This is the yellow tusk, the Monkey Kid yellow tusk. And
Oh,
it looks almost
okay.
exactly like this. And I
Hmm.
think that's somebody probably made one and is just like throwing it around and like fan rumoring it because there's no way Lego's gonna do that.
Be interesting if they did.
I mean, yeah, be cooler if they did.
But then you'd have to change everything.
No,
No.
I'd still do my own. I'd still. What? I don't want to replace. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. At this point, I'm already like mashing my scale together with. It's like I don't replace microfighters just because Lego released one.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, I gotta think what that is. Well, looky there.
Ooh, that's a fun piece. What colors can I get in that? Not the right kind. Okay, good enough. How about this? I'm just finding all these really cool like Technic pieces. And you're like, oh yeah, this comes in gray, black, blue for some reason. Painting myself into a corner with magenta and whatever color this is, yellowish green.
I guess it's called round plate, not curved.
There we go. Ooh, comes in dark pink. Neat. And lime. Oop. I have to also remember that a lot of these Discord servers and stuff with Lego, there's a lot of kids in it.
Right.
And I, after I went in and posted like the big display and then like 10 machines that I'd built, and then everyone, I felt like I was slam dunking on all the other kids who were in there who were like, look at this little one-plated forest thing I did. I'm like, God damn, I feel like a tool. Right one. I'm inspiring the
works
next
as a little
generation of
door.
builders. That's it exactly.
I think that works as a little door.
Well, one of the guys was like, "Send me the file," and I'm like,
BrickLink or Rebrickable.
Well, that's what I
Okay.
told him. I was like, "I'll send you one of them," but I was like, "That's the only one, and everybody else can go to Rebrickable after that." Big old fat body. Big old fat body. Not body.
What a body.
That's been the thing though. Like every time somebody posts something anywhere, the first thing everyone shouts is, "Do you have instructions for this?"
Yeah, I get worried
no.
about those type of people. I get the feeling I get wary about those type of people because I get the feeling they're not there to build it. They're just there to scam you out of your thing, and then they're going to post it somewhere else to get money off of it.
Yeah, I've always worried about that too.
Which is a sad thing to have to be worried about.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong color. Okay, none of those work. Oops. So, dang it.
So close and yet no.
Yeah. I gotta do the change everything to that and see what parts are available. Oh, already did it. Cool. What? Right size? Cool. Fat body. Way too big.
All right, how do I do? I forget. How do I do it to make sure that the colors of a thing, like I select, I can see which ones? Do I go under palette?
So you want to be
Yeah, go
able
ahead.
to see the colors that are available while
For a
you're picking
particular
it in the
piece,
palette,
yeah.
or because there's
Yeah.
a couple ways to do it. Here, let me pull up my screen real quick. So there's
Oh, I do
there's
have the filter on.
So you have the filter on. That's good, right? That'll show you if that color is available in the drop down, right?
Okay.
This will only drop down if the filter's on. It will only drop down the colors that are available for that part.
Okay.
So if you wanted to then maybe look up, like if you wanted to do slope and then only see, let's say you wanted this color and see what slopes are available in that color, there's a checkbox called hide all unavailable parts in this color. So now your palette will only bring up slopes that are in that color. So that's two different ways to kind of go about making sure that you have. The other way is just drop it in there, try to change the color. If you get an exclamation point, it doesn't exist. But
Right. Now I gotta wait for Studio to do all its sorting.
And once you do it one or two times, it doesn't take as long. But that initial time for a new color, it
Right.
has to reread its DAT file or something like that.
Right.
Right. So that is. Aqua. Ooh, aqua. Neat color. These have more than 3 colors. Not usually. It's usually one color. Oops. Turn that back. So I've been really trying to post about the funness that is Thursday night stuff everywhere I can
Yeah.
to get more people to come hang out. Whatever you do, don't ever try to do that on Reddit.
Yeah, could have told you that one.
Oh no, I learned that a long time ago. Reddit will murder you.
Yeah, I've only ever posted one video to Reddit, and it's that Ace Combat like A10 challenge that I did.
Yeah.
And it is my most disliked video, which I personally find hilarious.
That's awesome.
Flappy Bird?
Sorry?
What was it?
What, the Flappy Bird A10?
Yes.
I would. Oh. I don't know what to say to that.
It's sad. It's a sad day.
I laughed when I saw the Flappy Bird A10.
Oh, so I should clarify, not that one.
Okay.
I did like a video game challenge. Good lord, over a year ago now. And the whole point of it was I played this game, Ace Combat, using only this particular plane.
Ah.
Oh, I remember when you did that. Was it the one where you're like, can we take on this thing using this thing? Sure enough.
Basically, yeah.
And it's like, it's going to take me all day, but we did it. I think that was yours.
We did it. The analogy and the gag in that video that took me no kidding 14 hours was I had to build the Technic F-150 and the Technic Bugatti in studio because I was making a whole joke about what I was trying to do was like asking me to win a race against a Bugatti Veyron while driving a Ford F-150.
I mean, in video games, almost anything is doable. So.
Yeah, no, and we beat the game. Shrug.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
No, Lord, no.
Oh, these parts don't exist in that color. What am I thinking?
No one knows.
Nobody but me.
It's a me.
It's a me. Like how I'm not really keeping with one specific color. It's just anything pastel should work.
Sure, why not?
No, I can just do that. Uh, 2L. You all have to help me. I need to find a different place to live because
What?
Beth is watching 90210 constantly.
Oh no, I feel for you.
It's so bad. Like I forget. I've never actually watched it, but I'm kind of watching it out of the corner of my ear while she's watching it, and I'm like, "This is horrible." She's like, "Oh yeah, it's terrible." And I'm like, "Why are you watching it?"
Because there's nothing else to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I
Which is a sad reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll go back and watch like Frasier or something, knowing full well that it's not the greatest thing ever. Or
oh no, but it's so good still at the same time.
Kelsey Grammer's a terrible person, but I'm like, fuck you. It's Frasier, man.
Frasier's so fun. That's the whole point of it. Is it's fun because they're absolutely terrible people.
They're terrible people. You know who I realized were terrible people going back and rewatching it is Cheers. Everybody in Cheers is terrible.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I mean that's where Frasier came from.
Yeah, but I mean Frasier's at least they're not terrible people. They're just very. It's like you can't. There's no way to identify with them. So they're so like cartoony and archetypal that you're just like, I'm just watching the chaos and the mishaps and stuff, right? I'm not really identifying with anybody. Right. Except the dad maybe sometimes because you're like, yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from. But Cheers was just, they were just regular people going to a bar, but they were like they treated each other so poorly every chance they got.
Right. Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back and watch Cheers. Like some streaming service was like, we're gonna run Cheers. I was like, sweet. And I started watching it. I got about like one, maybe half a season through it. I'm like, ooh, this is, oh no, thank you. I remember this being a lot more. Yeah.
I made it into one episode
of Cheers.
Cheers, and I was just like, I watched this when I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's, I think too, and back then we were watching because there was nothing else on, but
yeah, to a point, you're right. Yeah,
at the time it was also like, well, it's Cheers and then the Cosby Show and Night Court and like whatever Thursday night mega block of 2-hour shows that you just can't miss. So we were all watching all that. But yeah, I remember I was like, man, I must have had zero taste as a kid because this is awful.
Whatever this music is, it's kind of groovy.
It's whatever. I can barely hear it. It's just whatever lo-fi stuff Restream has. Gotcha. Okay. Oh man. Just doing that all backwards. Okay, so.
Oh no.
No, it's all right. Did these come in that color? They do.
Ben is so happy.
I am. Means I have to screw things up less.
Okay.
Right. Do I need?
You okay over there, Kodiak?
I'm good. Don't mind me.
Okay.
Admiring the build as I take it apart. Like, oh, okay. I see how they did certain stuff.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. Like a lot of the stuff that fit together and the way things are kind of tucked in some places that it leaves a little bit. For the size of the build, it's actually quite fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to see what the Lego designers can do with a classic piece of themed stuff with like not really more modern parts. There weren't really crazy amount of modern parts in this.
Sure.
Right.
Trying to think, like I think there was like a 1x3 tile was probably the most modern thing they had in there. These dumbbells, I think, instead of lightsabers, were newish. That was kind of it. This gun for the robot, that still bothers me. But yeah, they had a for the.
Oh, I got rid of that like first thing.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
I mean,
we're not doing
I
the robot at all.
replaced it. I replaced it with another gun. Make no mistake. But
Yeah.
We don't talk about the guns of the robot.
I think I painted myself into a corner with this color scheme. But
Well, that's just too bad, isn't it?
I know, right? Yeah. Look at the competition over here, not caring what I do with this. It's not my problem, yo.
Yeah, yo.
There's a great TikTok account that is this guy basically talking to himself. And he does like the cut back and forth where he's two different characters, but it's still one dude.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And he's got this kind of I don't know how to describe it. It's very Goodfellas kind of accent.
It's like a Bostonian or New Yorkian accent type thing, like
yeah, like stereotypical mob boss kind of like flair to it, but it's hard to describe because I know I've heard it, but I can't. It's definitely New York, but it may be like Queens or something. I don't know.
Sure, like a very specific. New York.
Yeah, it's very specific New York. Maybe Jersey. I don't know.
Jersey.
But he's very calm and he's very quiet and he's just talking to himself. And it's usually like at a restaurant. And like the most recent one, he's like, "You gonna have ranch dressing with your salad?" He's like, "Yeah." Why not? What would you put on? He's like, "Well, I'm gonna have blue cheese." You like stuff that tastes like a shoe? You just keep eating that. He's like, "Why are you getting on me now, Tony? Why are you bothering me with this?" "No, it's fine, man. You have whatever salad dressing you want. As long as it tastes like garbage, you can have whatever you know." It's very quiet. It's just they're always wearing suits and talking to each other.
That sounds like a Wahlberg type thing. You know what I mean?
It's like if Wes Anderson made Wahlberg the Twins movie. It's like this weird David Lynchian. Like one of them was the two of them, and there's one guy sitting outside the car. And there's one guy sitting and he's standing in front of a building. He's like, "I'm going to go in." He's like, "If you go in, I'm going to have to disown you." I'm going to go in. "Look, if you go in, I may have to kill you before you go in. What are you going to tell your family if you do this? You're going to ruin everything. You're going to dishonor among your whole family." He's like, "But you don't know. I've heard the breadsticks are amazing." And they pan back and they're standing in front of an Olive Garden. He's like, you can't do this, Tony. You can't walk in there." It was so good.
You can't do
But
this.
it's so understated. I love it.
That is so great.
That's grand, yeah.
See, that's my kind of humor. Is like when,
Yeah,
because you can picture it happening. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like you don't really want to go in there, but I've heard it's so good.
Once you go in, you never come back. Oh, that's fantastic.
I think he actually said, "But they say once you go in, your family," and he's like, "You're gonna lose your family out here," you know.
Yeah. That's good.
I always bother Beth because she doesn't watch TikTok, and more
For
power
some
to her
reason.
because I think it's a time suck and I'm going to lose a lot of sleep over it, but I can't stop watching. And there was this one video. It's just this little puppy sitting in the front car seat, and it hiccups, and then it hiccups again and goes, "Arr." And then it hiccups and goes, "Arr, arr, arr." It's like getting mad at its own hiccups. It's the cutest thing in the world, and we can close the internet down because that's it.
That's it.
That's
We're
it.
done.
That's all we need. I seriously, it came out like somebody posted it like a week ago, and I have not stopped watching it.
Nice.
In fact, I'm gonna see if I can put it up here now. I'm gonna inflict you people upon it.
Woo.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What do you mean, you people?
You
What do
people?
you mean, you people?
I know what I mean when you mean you people.
Yeah. I need to get Beth to watch that. I'm like, dude, you need to watch that. She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do.
You don't understand.
It is so good. It's such a good movie. I recently watched a clip of it where, because I don't know if you guys follow football enough to know what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
He crushed himself.
Yeah, ruined fourth play of his multi-billion-dollar career with the Jets, and he ripped his Achilles. And there's so many memes, and one of them is Rodgers' career with the Jets, and it's the filmmaker from Tropic Thunder. And he's like,
Oh, gosh,
and we're going to
no.
do this thing, and we're going to do this thing, and it's going to be great. And he turns on and goes, oh, and he blows up. And I was like, yep, perfect.
That's perfect.
Nice.
There it is. Okay, hang on. Must show full screen. I don't know if you can hear it either. Chat's going.
That's cute.
Aw, that poor thing.
I will watch that forever. It is so freaking cute. Ugh. Oh, the guy who does each state is really good too. Yeah, when they're usually like, hey, there's a bunch of people who do that, where they're interviewing to be, all right, what did we do this weekend in Florida is always crazy, and stuff like that.
Yep. Classic.
And now I think I've lost my page with. Yep. Okay. Cool. Oh well, we're flying solo now.
Oops.
All right, let's see what everybody's doing here. We got Kodiak is just taking the model apart.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing pirates. Oh, he's got a big sail on top. We got it. We got it. Okay, cool.
I like
Johnny's. Well, we got Johnny going over here. We got Johnny's. He's turning it into Bag End.
Yeah.
It's not Blacktron. It's Bag End-tron.
Well, it's going to be a combination. We'll see if it works how I want it to.
All right.
Fair enough.
We got about an hour left. See how this goes.
Jeez. Hopefully.
Got Vab's got Springfield Elementary. He's got the bus.
School bus.
That's so rad.
That's fantastic.
They need to make Otto a figure in studio so we can have him in there. Hey, little dude.
That's great.
Cool. Go work, everybody.
I like doing these. I mean, they're challenges, but they're not. They're just like fun little, hey, let's do a thing.
Well, and especially if it's like this, where I'm like, I've never built a elves set in my life.
Right.
But I'm also kind of cheating because I've been doing so many machine animal things that I'm like, yeah, I can do a dragon. There's no problem.
I do rockets. I do things that are circular. This is
yeah. There we go. So it is a challenge for you.
I don't know how to handle a square.
I don't know Simpsons. Well, I know Simpsons, but I don't.
Right.
I never really cared for the sets.
Sure.
Oh, I don't think I've ever bought a Simpsons set. I mean, how many were there? Just one?
Two.
There weren't.
I
I was
had
gonna
to
say there
look
weren't
it up.
many.
I think there was only two. There was a Quickie Mart and a house.
Oh, the Quickie Mart. I forgot about that. In
Yeah.
the house. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I ever got that, or the other one was that I didn't get was the Flintstones. Never got that one either.
Yeah.
With nothing wrong with it. I'm just like, oh yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah. No, it's just one of those ones that's like, oh, it does exist, but it's not necessarily appealing, to me at the time. Yeah.
Sure.
My cat's like trying to play fetch with her ball with me while I'm like trying to do this, and I'm like, I'm trying to do this thing.
Stop being so playful.
Yeah, come on, cat.
I need to get this tail working here. I watch entirely too much TikTok. I probably spend about an hour a night before I go to bed just looking at it.
That is one place I stay away from.
I usually wait till there's it's a sponsored, it's a company that sells like mental health, whatever. It's this lady goes, "Are you scrolling again instead of sleeping? You should take a break." And I'm like, I usually will go through that until I hit that, and I go, "You're right, I should." And then I put my phone down.
Oh, that's good. That's healthy.
But I mean, sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 2 hours. Like it's not like it knows that I've been doing it for an hour. So sometimes I'm like, my eyelids, and I just have to like drop my phone.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah, exactly. They want you to think that it's not completely planned out.
Oh, but it is.
Use some capes. Use color, which they want. Color either.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Well said.
So the next project is to get as many minifigures as I can and turn them into little tribal figures from the Horizon Zero Dawn game.
Oh, cool. All right.
So I can have other people other than Aloy running around the big display. So Star Wars is perfect because I can just take all their arms off and put flesh-colored arms on whatever armor Jedi thing they have on, and it looks kind of like the game.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Because the aesthetic in the game is really interesting because it's very tribal and indigenous and primitive kind of feel to it, but all their outfits are made out of the parts of machines that they've been hunting. So it's got feathers and leathers and ropes and things like that, but it's also got big pieces of metal and plastic steel and cabling and So
All the
it's
good
a weird,
stuff.
yeah, it's this weird mix. So I thought, well, Star Wars has got that aesthetic a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no, that's the only plate that comes in that color. Oof.
What will you do?
I will make it up as I go. Am I the only one here watching Ahsoka?
Probably.
All right. Enough said. Carry on.
I have seen some things about it, but I have not actually watched any episodes.
He's looking for conversation, people. Oh, has anyone played Starfield yet?
No.
Okay.
Not unfortunately had any time for that, but I have, again, seen lots of people play it, and people love it. It's definitely a well-enjoyed game.
Yep.
Weird way to say it, I know, but
It's a very non-committal thing too. It's like, yes, I've seen people enjoy it, and it's a thing people have.
well, I'm not going to spend the money for it yet. It's just
Yeah. Well, for me, it requires a whole video card for my computer, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I can't play anything on my computer right now. I don't have Vab's beefy machine.
No one has Vab's beefy machine.
I offered. That's all it was.
I offered.
That's a cool piece. How much is that? Oh, this is 24 cents for this
What is
piece.
it?
It's like
Oh,
this
for one
really
of those?
rad, like,
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
in that color.
Yeah, that's great.
That drives me nuts sometimes. I'm like, really? It's a really nice piece.
That is the first time I have ever encountered a piece with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've seen them in like I think I saw it in the roof of a very small car. I think this was the roof of a Mini. Maybe. I think I have one of these, but the fact that it
How
comes
big
in,
is
like,
it?
it's a 4x6,
Six?
but
Yeah.
it's like 2 plates high.
Yeah, I've
It's got
seen
just a slight. I
I've
feel like it's
seen
the roof of the
those.
6 wide car, like maybe some speed champions or something.
Oh, that's very possible. Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I watch a bunch of streams. So I've been trying to avoid watching. I'm like that. I try to avoid watching people play it if I know I'm going to play it. Because I
Right.
want to be kind
The
of.
very best. We know.
Like no one ever knew.
Gotta catch them all.
I do have to catch them all. You guys have no idea how many I have to catch. Why does that not work? It should work fine. Because I want to kind of experience it without any. Like I want to be surprised by the cutscenes and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
City Yellow Bus Roof is what Gibbs Studios says.
Gibbs Studios, welcome. How are you?
Howdy.
60154. Look that up.
Whoop whoop.
I'm kicking all your butts anyway. I can take a second. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, I'm not surprised if you are.
Bus station. Oh yeah, all right. That's actually a really nice bus.
That's what. So many ways we could go with that.
Yep.
Hey,
I really like the way you parked that bus.
That sounds like what they should say too.
Yeah.
Hey, Paulie.
Yeah.
Nice bus you have there.
How many people you get on that bus? As many as want to be on that bus.
That's right.
Yet to be determined.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy it. I want the listing of the. There we go. Parts. It's gonna be down at the bottom. Sort of. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what other 35 sets. Wow, it's been in a lot. Anything I have? The X-wing. Oh, that's why I have.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I recognize that. I couldn't remember where it was from though.
Where's? Oh yeah, on the side. It's got either a sticker or a print. No,
Yeah.
That's not even it. I'm looking at the wrong part. No, that's the right part. Oh, right here in the back where the engines are.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right. And this, yeah, okay, that's where I saw it from too. The top of the moon rover. Yeah, so quite a few. Neat.
It is neat.
Got an adult tomorrow. All right, you are. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for stopping by.
You are.
Cheers, boss.
Don't tell her that.
Well, and in this set, it is now.
I will tell her whatever I like. You can't stop me. You're not my real dad.
That you know of.
You're not my supervisor.
Is that what they're calling trans black now?
What's that?
What?
Trans brown.
Trans brown,
They,
yeah.
they supposedly came out with an actual, and no one can see my air quotes here, trans black.
They did.
Well, they need to come out with trans light bluish gray.
Trans black was the there was a Star Wars set that had two ships. I think it was two ships. One was a pirate fighter and one was man, I can't remember if it was two ships now or not. Anyway, the canopy for that was the windscreen was was a trans black.
Oh, I see.
Which was just more trans. Yeah, so I mean, we could call it trans bluish black versus trans old black or whatever. But yeah, now it's trans brown.
When I first looked at it, I sort of raised an eyebrow because brown is not the color that comes to mind when I see it.
What can brown do for you?
Yeah, it's definitely more of a gray. But I agree. Oh, my eyes are shutting down. You guys may win by default here.
See, now he's making the excuses.
So many excuses. It's not that I've run out of ideas. It's that my eyes don't work.
Oh, come on.
I can hear 90210 from the other room.
It's bothering you, isn't it?
Oh, it's so bad. I was building the digital version of the Galactic Cruiser today, and the whole time I was doing it, I was just screaming at Studio because it was just not working. Like every time I would, and Bab mentioned this too. So every time you like select multiple items and then try to drag all you've selected, and it won't pick them up, and it ends up like doing a bounding box over whatever you've drugged through, and I'm like, no, that's not. So you have to go back and start over. It's so frustrating. So I've got used to now selecting everything and then going back and starting with the first thing I've selected to move everything. And I'm like, this isn't the way things should work. It should not work like this.
Well, I was having issues with my mouse on stream last night.
Yeah.
I found out what it was. It was actually, for whatever reason, YouTube. Since I was uploading, YouTube was causing so many issues with it. I don't know why or how, but as soon as I got off of YouTube, it was working again. Didn't have any issues.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube causes trouble sometimes. It's amazing.
Too late. I heard it. I don't know what they heard. This is one of those things where I wanted to put this piece in here, and I know I have to do a certain thing to be able to do that, but I have to build up everything underneath it to get to that.
Right.
Classic.
Such a me problem, you know?
Well, you know.
It's not a us problem, it's a you problem.
Sure, that works. Why not? It looks good.
Why not? Why not indeed?
Are you guys familiar with Temu online shopping?
Yes,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay. I knew nothing about it till recently, and apparently it's just basically like another Wish, Alibaba kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what it struck me as.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, another place to go check out Lego. And of course, it's all like the knockoff Lego.
Exactly.
Yep. I was like, oh, maybe not.
Chinese are trying to rival themselves.
They're trying to rival themselves, yeah.
Which is classic.
Yeah. That's so typical them.
You want to see what we could do?
You want to see what we can do? Us?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I feel like we've done that before. We have! There we go. Slope. Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
Whoa.
Go on.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep. Also, from the Brick Erie thing, the Muppets display was fantastic.
Was it?
Yeah, and it's in the video as well because they did such a good, like, basically they did Muppet Labs. They did like where they do the surgery, sketches, and they did Great Gonzo in a cannon, Rolf at a piano. They did like
surgery,
the whole.
It was the soap opera. What was the name of the soap opera?
It wasn't the Pigs in Space. That was the other one.
That one was so good.
It was. And they had that, and they also did. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. But everything was electric. Like it all lit up. Like they had the Muppet stage and everything. And I have it recorded. I think on the first one, with it like all lit up and everything. I didn't get it that way the second one. But like Muppet Labs, like beakers, like all going like spinning around inside the capsules and thing. Oh, it's fantastic.
That's so great.
Really well done.
Yeah. If they had everything done there, like they had it so it smoked, like everything smoked and like shook and it was.
There was one
really,
build
really
that
well
I wanted to do that I wanted smoke effects on, and I still may do it, but it's sort of too. There's a whatever you feel about the newest Star Wars movies. There's a pose with Rey and Kylo Ren where they're fighting in the forest in the snow, and they've like held onto each other's lightsaber hands, and they're kind of like holding them, like one's way up and one's like bending down into the snow, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be cool to have like a brick built figure like they do with like the child or like Grogu where it's brick built, but like have a big couple of those and like have the lightsabers lit up and then have smoke coming out of the ground where it's like burning the snow or melting the snow.
Oh yeah.
I thought that'd be a fun, and then have like big trees around it and everything. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Opened a file, started working on it in studio, and went, nope, this is dumb. Never mind. Still like the idea, just don't want to put the time into it because I'm lazy.
No, it makes absolutely.
All right, 9:30 check-in time. Where are we all at?
Oh, getting there.
Let's take a look at Vab. We got Vab going on with the school bus roof.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, I gotta show you Homer. He doted again.
Don't.
Yeah.
He ejected somewhere.
He got ejected. But he took all the ice cream.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh shoot! I forgot about the seed part.
Oh yep. Gotta hurry.
I gotta stick this in there somewhere. All right, cool. I got it. Oh, I got a great idea for it too. All right, cool. Johnny, let's see what you got.
This is bag end. It's not completely done because I got to get.
Oh no, that's Kodiak. Sorry.
Oh, never mind. Go
over to you. You got bag end. Okay.
What? No, come on.
That was great. So bag end, you got all the ship pieces that are kind of docked and part of it. They can.
Oh, you're actually taking the sci-fi trope when they crash a ship and they turn it into their.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then on the roof is where this would go. This would end up going on top. And I was gonna have it kind of like stick up, and like you could have like grass in front of it, and then when it's time to go, like the thing bends down, and it's like, it's ready to go.
That's cool. All right, very good. Kodiak, we got any sea shanties so far?
Sea shanties?
No, I don't know, because it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I gotcha.
So we got our main cruiser here. We got a little kind of ship with the
You got a dinghy?
dinghy with the treasure and whatnot. Got our replacement gun robot and our Mr. Pirate of the Space Caribbean.
Nice.
Also included some laser sharks because, of course.
You need laser sharks, always.
Yeah. So that's where that's at.
Sharks with freaking lasers.
Freaking lasers.
All right.
Heads.
Here's mine. Trying to make that match the ship shape, but be a dragon. And the next thing is to turn the popsicle into a bunch of scales. So that's the next
There you go.
project.
My popsicle is a candle right in the middle of the table.
Just gonna squeeze it in, or are you gonna make all of the scales?
I'm gonna try to maybe make a line of them down where it splits the color between the light green and the magenta.
Sure.
Ooh, metallic bright red. There we go.
Problem is also finding a clip that will be the same color that I need. Excuse me.
There is no excuse.
Oh, had some beer.
Was it good?
It was so Thirsty Goat is a brewery in Houston, I thought. And no, Austin. And it closed recently, and it's been around forever. And everyone got real sad. So
Was
we went
there a
out and
specific reason? Like
No,
mismanagement,
we
or
don't-
just
No, I think it was. It may have been mismanagement now that I think about it, but nobody knows. They didn't say.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, so we don't. We all tried to run out real quick and get a 6-pack of whatever we could. Before they were all gone. So that's
Right.
what I've got. Maybe 3 left. It's not that great. It's fine. It's just a lager. It's just like an amber lager. So it's pretty. It's one of those where you can get like this or a Shiner or a Fireman's or something like that. It's pretty good. Missy says they all look great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well,
You're lying, but thank you.
She's
Mine looks
she's
bad.
lying. Mine's the best.
Oh, just because she's a member of your lug, I see how it is.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, secretly she likes Vabs the best.
Yeah, right.
Everybody likes mine the best.
Okay, how am I gonna attach these?
Ooh, this looks way better than I was expecting.
What's that?
I said this is looking way better than I was expecting. Just everything is like, oh, well, that's coming together nicely.
Ruh-roh.
Oh,
SpaghettiOs.
U.S. Auto Union's gonna strike at 3 Detroit factories.
ah,
There goes $5 billion of the U.S. economy.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh well. F in the chat.
I
Yeah.
wasn't-
Let's get.
yeah.
Can we get an F in the chat?
F. I know. I
Fucking
brought it up.
A.
No politics.
Yeah, that's as many politics as we get today. That's fine. Ugh. Stupid fat daikini.
Did you say really? Did you? Willow reference.
Yeah. You stupid fat daikini. That's one of my favorite lines of all time, and I just wait for somebody to like threaten me so I can say, "Help! There's a peck with an acorn pointed at me."
Help! There's a peck. That's so great.
Somebody actually, where did I see it? I think just online somewhere, Instagram or something. Somebody built like the crow cages and something.
Oh,
They
really?
built like a handful of scenes from the movie, and I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
That's it. Like anybody who does that, instant fan. Like subscribe, instant subscribe.
Because that's just great. I mean, because no one's done that really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it makes me mad because I hadn't thought to do it. Because I'm always looking. I'm like, well, I'd love to do X, but somebody's done it, and if they do it well, like I don't want to retread that.
Right. Yeah.
It'd be cool to get like the instructions for it and build it myself, but I don't. That's not a hard and fast rule.
Right.
Sure.
But it'd be super cool to do frickin' Willow, man.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I don't know why I brought that up. I've said stupid fat daikini like 3 times today, and it just stuck in my head now. It's such a great like swear too. Like if you're just you're working on something and it doesn't work, you're like, "Oh, you stupid fat daikini."
And then people look at you and you're like, "What?"
Yeah. Knowing me, I'd get fired for it too. They'd be like, "Well, you were obviously that's racial." I'm like, "Well, it is, but it's a stupid fat daikini."
That's where you
say.
But,
yeah. Yes, but not in the way you think.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like it's racial, but not how you're thinking it is.
Yeah. I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
Should be.
Yep.
Too much space.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
1x3 and bright green. No such thing.
1x3 what?
1x3 plate and bright green.
Bright green. Yeah, that's tricky.
I'm shocked the number of green pieces there are. I'm shocked in the lack of green pieces there are.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm looking for a green piece and it's like it doesn't exist, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. When I was doing the monochrome base stuff, and there's plenty of white and yellow and blue and everything, and I get to green, and the best I could do is this little bitty like hand glider of a spaceship because I could not find anything worth anything. Like I could find like 2x10 plates and a bunch of 2x4 bricks, and I'm like, hardly anything with a clip on it, hardly anything with a bar on it. It's like if it's not a plant, you can't find it. All right, that'll work, I guess. Not to distract, but everybody hydrate. Make sure you hydrate.
Ah, yes.
No, get back up
I
there.
have no hydration nearby, but I should be okay for foreseeable future.
Yeah, for 15 more minutes. I don't think any of us are gonna die.
I might.
Okay. I cannot do this any better. This looks great. I love it. Oh, man.
Ah, that's so awesome.
Nice.
Ah, that turned out way better than I was expecting. That is so cool.
You know what that looks like? It looks like a 50s diner that is space themed.
Yeah, you're right.
It's got the big old plaster spaceship on top.
Mm-hmm.
It's someplace in Roswell it's all UFO themed.
Right. See, my idea was kind of like to take this main thing and like bend it down. I don't know if I can do that now. But like bend it backwards all the way so it was like pointing straight up, and then have like, oh, there's like hillside in here and stuff, and then when it's ready, it's like, oh crap, we got to get out of here. Like it comes down and like boom, ready to go.
Gotcha.
But nah, I like how that looks.
Yeah.
And like the wing opens up, it's ready to go. This has been a fun build. I liked it. If I was smart, I would have made it a little bit wider so that the wings could kind of go up and down, but they would run it. They're going to run into that. Oh well.
You mean like up and down flappy A10 tie?
Yeah. No, just these wings here in the back, because right now they because right now they run into the tail that's over here.
Yeah.
So, that's all right. Ah, I like it. And there's my popsicle candle in the window. It is
popsicle candle. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hurricane lantern.
It is metallic red. I didn't realize that they came in metallic. Translucent, sure, but it's metallic.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to be a little worried about like when it has metallic colors. Yeah, Pro Colors metallic bright red. Sometimes I know that like below the metal colors, when it goes into like rubber and neat and luminous, it's the like render only colors.
Yep.
But yeah, metallic. It sure is metallic bright red.
Yeah.
That's got to be like it's got to be the tongue of a monster. Is the only thing I can think of.
Maybe. Yeah. Now that maybe. Why is it saying it doesn't like that? With bottom tubes and cross. Oh, what is that? That's weird. There. Got rid of it. Whatever that was. So I'm making sure that all my colors are correct. Yeah, some of these got weird. It's like without bottom tubes with cross support. So it's like somehow I got some weird pieces in here.
Yeah. I always run into that when I'm buying them or I'm scanning through my BrickLink list to go later, and it's like, why do I have 3 different 1x2 plates in here? And it's like,
yeah,
one of them's
exactly.
got no support, one of them's got no something, and I'm like, no.
Oh, so this one is one that is part of the set, like it's in here inside this little thing, but it's saying that it doesn't exist.
Which was what part?
It's
the
little
tile. Yeah, I just threw.
Yeah.
I just throw a computer screen in there for something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny scrolling through everything, and it's like, oh, there are a lot of pieces. A lot more than you realize. See? We're in the little hobbit home. It's even got the little arcs.
Where Gandalf hit his head.
That's right. Donk.
Oh. I'm not conjurer of cheap bricks.
So I do, because I know of this part, and so I have to ask, what do you think of the whole, and I know it was in Rebels and stuff, but like, what do you think of the whole Ahsoka the White?
That's been a thing.
That was a great response.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah. I think what they're doing with that is because in Rebels, there's the scene that they recreate in Ahsoka where at the very end, Sabine goes up to the painting that she made of the whole group and kind of taps on Ezra's face and turns around, and Ahsoka's sitting there in front of her T6 shuttle, and she's got this big white robe and this staff, and she looks like Gandalf the White, right? It's this very Jedi kind of thing. Nobody knows why she had a staff. No Jedi has ever had a staff before.
Right, which makes me kind of like, what?
Yes. The first time I saw it, I was like, huh, interesting. Okay. And so then when they recreate it, and this one, she's got like all gray on. So we're like, all right, so they're either recreating it and they're being kind of loosey-goosey with like the exactness, but everything else was exactly the same. So we're like, huh. So then she recovers from this fight that she had, and she's kind of wearing this like cable knit blanket sweater thing, Snuggie. And she just kind of wears that and has like these white kind of glove things on now. And we're like, okay, so now she's Ahsoka the White. She didn't die necessarily, but she fell into water and she went into the world between worlds, and she saw Anakin, and she came back. And so there was that sort of sense of she did the same thing of like dying and coming back like Gandalf did.
Right.
Kind of feeling to it. So there's a rebirth and there's a, whatever else. So it's kind of like, okay, I see kind of where you guys were going. All right, I'll give it to you.
Which apparently, to go to the world between worlds, you just need to fall into the water.
Yeah, I mean, before you need to like move a painting and then have some wolves run in a circle around this one rock, and then you've got to jump through it and
all the good stuff.
Like you do, like all the regular stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's Tuesday. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a Tuesday.
So yeah, I'm fine with it. It's whatever. I'm having fun watching it, so I'm trying not to like overthink the watching.
Right, and that's fine. It's I see online. There's so many people that are just. I mean, everyone's gushing about it, which it's like, oh, it was in Rebels. Now they've made it live action. Clone Wars Rebels type stuff, and it's amazing. Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, I mean, that's good that you're enjoying it and stuff. But if anybody says anything negative, people are just like, oh, how can you say that? You don't like Ahsoka and stuff. It's like, well, no, that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, and I am having a problem with it a little bit because, like that's it exactly. You can't really post anything negative about it, or you hate all Star Wars.
Right. Yeah. Even a tiny little bit where someone's like, I'm not quite on board with like the Ahsoka the White because it's too Gandalfish. Totally understand where people are coming from with that. And people are like, well, it was in Rebels, so it doesn't matter what you think and you suck. You know, it's like.
Yeah. I had made a comment about because I'm enjoying watching the show because it's a lot of it's pretty fan servicey.
Right. Which is good. That's a
which,
fine thing.
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. What I don't like about the show is not the Star Wars part of the show, it's the production of the show. It feels kind of slow. And there's bits of space that feel they could be filled up with something other than the volume that they film on a lot. I think they're relying a lot on the volume, and everything feels like it's in this little snow globe all the time, right? And you have like a maximum number of people you can put in there, and then you can have your scene go off into infinity, but it always feels like it's this roving snow globe of stuff that can just, you know, and the people don't fill the space, that it doesn't feel intimate or expansive. It all feels like this sort of static sphere of stuff.
Sure. That's what I've heard from some of the initial first couple of episodes. People were like, well, it was like a minute and a half of just walking and looking very, very pensively, very thoughtfully at whatever. And there was and I understand there were points of action and things like that, but it was it was very, very and I get, sometimes that's the way people direct things and they try to make it there's a build up and stuff, but it's there's a limit that you want to do that. And other people have said that you could turn this into an hour and a half movie and be done. You don't need it's already 5 episodes, and they're like it could have been way shorter than that and still do the same effect. Right. That's exactly kind of how I feel about it too, is it's not that the people in it now are bad actors. Right. To any extent. But I feel like this may be a director thing or an editor thing where you need to be able to kind of close in on the space around them to make things intimate. You need to frame it differently. You need to be able to make it a little crisper, a little snappier, so that even if it's supposed to be a slow, ponderous thing, you're not I'm a huge Star Wars stan and will always be. But if I'm looking at my phone during what should be a crucial moment, you've lost me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, well, I know I have time to look down at Instagram now because I know nothing's going to happen in the next 30 seconds. See, that is a bad place for any show to be. That is
and that's what I'm kind of wrestling with right now, is I like where the story is going, but it's and there's bits that I love Hu Yang. I love the late now I've dropped his name, the guy playing Balin Skull.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Ray Stevenson.
Yes.
He's there has been no scene he's in where I've been well, that sucked. Everything's been amazing. I actually like his apprentice a lot too. She hasn't had a whole lot to say, but the way she kind of fills the space, she knows how to be a Star Wars character. I think everybody else is kind of just a little slushy, it just kind of feels a little, they're not quite on their game, and that may just be a director thing. It's somebody going, okay, that was great, another take, let's we need to do this in 25 seconds and in 30 seconds. Can we do that?
Right.
So I don't know. I'll watch it till it's done, but
right. The amount of arm crossing really bothers me.
And I think that was that's an intentional thing that she used to do in Clone Wars a lot too, and I get it. Sort of the switching stance, kind of smirk with the arm crossing. So I mean that's just her character. But it's a lot. I agree.
I can see that being a typical stance, but at the same time, I think it's more than should be there. It's an exorbitant amount. All right, let's see what everyone else has. We've been staring at mine.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I think I'm done though. I think I've finished it.
I am not done. I may have to
Oh, look at the pirates! That's fantastic.
Yeah, let's look at.
I love it.
We're wrapping up here. 10 o'clock. We've got pirates.
Yeah, there was a shocking amount of stuff that was available in this trans
That's
red
great.
that I stuck with.
What? Wait a minute. Go back to like his face mask. Was that in
got like
trans red?
teeth?
Yeah.
What?
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
awesome.
a legal part? That is unfair.
No, so I've got pulled up all of my stuff that's illegal over here, and it's the sign with these two and all of the letters. That's all that's illegal. Everything else in this, perfectly legal. I also
you guys
added
feel like
little...
you got under construction fencing and your bears in there. You guys, I hate it. Go away.
But yeah, I got the little guy on the back of the cannon.
Right, you made a dinghy that looks like the ship. That's great.
Yep, so added the little flares. It's got the treasure back there. As I mentioned,
with lasers.
Got the laser sharks. Got the heavy laser shark. Got another one over here.
Holy crap! Look at that.
Yeah, and then the ship in general. I lost the Blacktron like slope that was here at the front. So I ended up doing what I could to kind of re-add it with the little corner pieces.
The Triforce kind of looking.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got our whole sail here with its own like array. And all the coloration.
It's like a solar sail almost.
Yeah. So a lot of the inspiration I took from this, because I sort of realized the prompt I was basically given of Blacktron but Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, oh, this is just Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I modeled it off of. Originally I wanted the sail to be a little bigger. But this ended up being a good looking size for what it was.
That works.
Built a little like crow's nest. You've got all the little like cannons coming out of the windows here.
I saw you building those, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna look great." Look at the hull. Oh man.
And the fin actually turns.
It's a rudder.
Yeah, the rudder.
This is amazing what you've done
back in here.
This needs to be a set.
If you want me to do instructions for this, I'll do instructions.
That needs to be a set.
I really like what everybody's done here. We don't like if everybody wants to like finish what they've got
right in the front.
Popsicle. Like if there's like a handful of things you want to tweak or whatever before it's done, and then just let me know and we can do a little poll or something. Sure. Once everybody's actually finished, because this is cool, but I think this may, we could have done 3 hours and been okay with it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Cool. That's amazing. All right.
That is so good.
Now that we're not under construction, I can tear down the barricades, throw Kodiak up.
A barricade.
All right. Let's look at, because I know Bab's playing with his in front of an actual image.
Holy crap.
Of Springfield. So when you move that around, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's got a 3D look to it.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Show us your beauty.
That wasn't it. You put the
Oh, you're trying to rotate it. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Trying to get the size right. I mean, that's just an image.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I should be disqualified because it's not Lego.
Oh no,
because it's what?
It's not Lego.
But it's in the software. No, I'm kidding.
No, but you got Homer. He stole all the ice cream. I guess Bart got tired of him choking him out.
Oh, he's shooting at him. Pew pew.
Otto's superfied rocket school bus, and he's taking Ned and Lisa's riding with him.
He's taking the only other 2 figures in studio along with him.
Marge and Maggie didn't make it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I didn't want to
That's
find the
so
dress
cheap.
pieces. I got tired of searching.
Oh no, that's fine. Go to the back. I like how there's the stop sign. It's on the
Yeah.
wrong side, but that's okay.
Yeah. No, I love
Oh, wait,
that.
no,
That's
that is
so
the right
good.
side. Never
That's
mind.
the right
Yeah.
side, yeah.
Yeah.
No, come on.
There you go. Wah.
And
That's
then the
great.
back with the engines and everything, and like how you use them and rotate. Yeah, that's great.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny,
Get rid of
take a
that.
look at yours. What you got?
So Hobbit, it's bag end, and I could not find short pants. I don't know why. So there's my Hobbit inside, with the door open, and so he's come to bag end and had to make it his own in his crashed spaceship, and so it's all incorporated. So if he needs to do a fast getaway, he can just get inside, and
He wants to go on another adventure.
that's right. This is the easy way to get to Mordor. Screw the Eagles. Just take bag end with you.
Right.
So you're saying the entire 6 hours of watching a film that took over how many years could have ended
2
in
minutes.
5 minutes?
Yep, 5 minutes. He's over Mordor, and boom. And our candle in the window.
Candle in the window.
Yep. So like I even have the other. So inside, it's hard to see now with that, but whoops. I moved that piece. Inside is the let me just move this off. Is the thingy that side, but I took it off, and so like you can access things. So like there's his gun, just in case he needs to go take out some Urukai.
I love it.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
All right. Well, here's mine just to show you where I ended up. Oops. So I don't know why I spent entirely too long trying to figure out the right shape and make wings that could move, but that took up most of my time.
Oh, that looks good though.
Yeah, it looks grand.
That is great.
So tried to do some scales along the side with the popsicles. This color is really limiting. Both of these colors, but if I had another 30 minutes, I could probably finish up the tail section a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But yeah, I like it. Turned out good.
Oh yeah.
And then try to figure out a mini doll or something for the figure. Like there's no mini dolls in here, so I'd have to do a magenta Blacktron guy. Like,
would that be allowed?
something like this.
There you go.
Just give him different colored stuff,
Make him one of those not chromatic, but what are they called? The ones that are like the solid colors or whatever.
Monochrome.
Yeah, the monochrome. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's it.
I like it because it's the shape. I like it.
Yeah, I was trying to keep the shape. Big old fat dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So. Right
well
on.
done.
Well, this was super cool, guys. Yeah, if you want to tweak yours a little in the next few days, maybe next week we can get screenshots or renders or something. And
I've already queued up a few renders.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little longer with mine to finish it up, but I promise it won't be all that dramatic. Just need to finish up the tail.
Yeah. Before
20,000 pieces later.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
Yeah. That was got this whole story that goes with it and everything.
Then he's got
big layout.
He's got a whole background, a whole mountain, sky scene.
Right.
Johnny, 41879 is the piece you're looking for.
4141879.
Ah,
there they are.
Yeah, it took me a minute to find them too. I've been searching
short
for
legs
them this whole time.
They're modified legs. They don't call them short or anything. It's just modified.
Modified
That's
legs.
Interesting. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan's got modified legs.
Lieutenant Dan. There we go. Okay. I can.
Yeah, so let's get some images or renders or whatever you guys want to do with it, and make a poll of it again. And I had fun. I had fun doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun
Definitely.
too. Thanks, everyone.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
So next time we'll have to figure out something to do for next time. But I like the idea of like random spinning and stuff. We'll just have to figure something else out.
Magic legs.
Yep. What's that?
Missy put magic legs.
Magic legs.
You know what? Speaking of him, what's his name? Gary
Sinise.
Yes, he was actually up in Erie this whole weekend. Like he and his band, they were playing for something for September 11th. So
really?
They were actually up there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they didn't stop by the Comic-Con.
No, he did not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so maybe next week or the week after. I know the week after is Lego Masters starts. I don't know. I'm not going to be watching it, but I know other people might.
Sure.
You know what? We could do a thing where we like critique it. Yeah.
we each have it on. We don't have it on the screen, but we're each watching it. And we're like, oh man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, supposedly, and here's the interesting thing. Heard from some of the guys from Neolug and from Charm City. They said after the first 2 seasons where they had a bunch of the drama, where you in some of the stuff that you went through, the everybody as far as like the producers, directors, and stuff was canned, and they got different people because they're like, we don't want to do that sort of thing. So it's supposedly gotten better. So
yeah, and it was because I was never on it. I just heard from Flynn and Richard when they were at our convention talking about they would never do that again. They were basically they were like yelling at people, and they were making them work too fast, and they were like accidentally knocking into stuff and like purposefully making it so there was drama. And yeah, I've heard since then they're like, and it's funny because the producers and directors I've heard say things like, they're Lego people are the nicest people. It's so hard to get them to be like dramatic about stuff because they just want to help each other. They want to make sure everybody's having a good time and that nobody's feeling bad about what they're working on and included. And it's like it's really hard to manufacture drama out of that. I'm like, well then maybe don't. Have you guys not seen the Great British Bake Off? Nobody's like being dramatic about it. It's who can do the better thing, and it's so not what American audiences want. They want drama. So but yeah, that's a fun idea. We should figure out how to watch it and critique it. I don't know how much I can critique it because the Tims, Tim Howell and Tim Hutchins, are from Houston Brick Club, so I don't know if I can badmouth them too much because they're also on like the Brick Rodeo Committee and everything like that.
I get badmouth all the time. I can badmouth the next person sitting next to me.
I mean, like,
fair enough. Yeah,
and it's not so much.
Shut this off, and he's gonna be like, those two idiots anyway. So whatever.
And it's not so much them. It's like we're not saying anything bad about them or whatever. It's just like, hey, well, I like this build, or I didn't like this build. Whatever. That's
true. Yeah, we're not talking about their clothes or anything. So.
Right. Yeah. Why the heck did they wear that? That's just stupid.
Their shtick is they're wearing overalls or whatever. I'm like, you guys, I know that's not you. You did that for a gag. Oh, it just made me die a little.
Wanted to turn into Mario and Luigi.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! Mark and Larry from, it's like Boudreaux and Thibodeau or something from New Orleans. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys next week or maybe in 2 weeks. We'll figure it out. And this was super fun. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Have a good one, everyone.